And the ocean is very minimal, you know, it'll be interesting to see. I know what you mean about those trees, the projected shadows onto the trees. Yeah, that's something that's really peculiar. I like that very much. There's one photograph in particular from Reno where there's literally all these like neon lights flashing, and when you get up to the picture, you can see 3 or 4 different colors of shadows from the different light sources, and it's very much like that. Yeah, that's interesting. And then another question?
I had a very practical question. You mentioned pretty early on in your presentation how especially art schools don't prepare you for making a living. How do you pay the bills while you're going through school and up until you're discovered and people are buying for your collection? How do you get by during that time?
Specifically, that's actually a really great question because it's something that, you know, it's true. It's really hard to become a successful artist that makes a living doing it. It's like, you know, there's only a handful of people that, I remember one of my teachers, one of my first classes, he was a scare tactics kind of teacher, but he would say, about 2 of you will succeed in this. And that, you know, that's not how I teach, but he's actually, unfortunately, he was right. I don't know if any of the people in that first class even do photography anymore, but it's how I did it was I was an assistant to a photographer, and I got jobs assisting for people, and I also was a printer for people. I was really, and still am like a very good printer in the darkroom, and I had this skill that I could farm out to people, that I could say, you know, hey, I'll print your portfolio, you know, and, you know, they're going to be $50 a piece, and there's, you know, 20 of them, you know, things like that, and I would make money by printing other people's pictures. Like that was when I just got out of school, I would do that, and then I would assist photographers, and then when I got out of graduate school, there was this very lucky thing that I had that I was a building manager for my apartment building in San Francisco. Like this woman that had, that was the manager of in San Francisco, they have an apartment building, and there needs to be a manager that lives there that can kind of make sure everything's okay. Kind of like Schneider, you know, from that TV show One Day at a Time. But it wasn't quite like that. I didn't have to fix anything. I just had to make phone calls. But that yielded me free rent. So I got to live in that building for free, which was, you know, to not have to pay your rent right when you got out of grad school for a year was a really important thing. So that was like a gift, basically. And then I started to sell work, fortunately, after that. My work got out there. I'm very, very lucky that I'm able to make the pictures I want to make and that people will actually pay for them. That's just, I'm blessed in that, you know, that I never really I don't think about that when I'm shooting. I think about what I like and what I'm interested in. And, you know, it's true, like my teacher said, there was like, you know, a handful of people that get to do that. So I'm extremely lucky to do that. Yeah.
Please join me in thanking our guests one more time.